Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Today's Monday, April 30th, and what a weekend. You guys know that I mentioned in one of my last videos that went out for Taz's birthday last week, and I got a little bit drunk, woke up the next day hungover, and it almost felt like I was hungover the entire week. I called out of work on Friday because I didn't feel well, and then Saturday I was gonna go into work. I picked up a shift to try to make extra money, and on the way there, Taz was driving. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I can't. I couldn't even stand up without feeling dizzy and nauseous, so we went straight to the ER, and I was at the ER for about, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours, and they did some blood tests, they did some like urine samples or whatever. They thought I was pregnant because I was having the symptoms that pregnant women have. But they did blood tests, everything came out fine. The doctor just said that he pretty much thought it was just vertigo. And then he also said that some people that have allergies get vertigo after the allergy. So it's something that could be combined. They gave me some drugs while I was there, knocked me out for like 18 hours, came home, passed out, barely ate, woke up a few times, went right back to sleep. Woke up the next day around like 10, I think. Was gonna go to work, but I still wasn't feeling 100%, and I didn't want to risk driving there, you know, feeling nauseous and dizzy, and then getting to work and not feeling my best, you know, risking me falling or something. I don't know. So I took yesterday off as well, called off, and here we are, Monday. I did not sleep well at all yesterday. It almost felt like I had restless leg syndrome, partnered with or paired with my back just hurting a crap ton. I foam rolled at like 4 in the morning. I went to a different bed. I went to the guest room just because we have a different bed there, and I was like, maybe that'll help, and it was just not helping. But woke up this morning in a better mood. I'm determined to make the most out of this week. I have lots to do. My challenge starts next week, so I have to do that, and then I have to get ready for Body Power in Europe. So I'm very amped, and I'm looking forward to that. But today's video is going to be something that I get asked all the time. It's how to grow glutes and how to make them bigger. And throughout this video, I'm just going to give you guys tips and a couple exercises on how to make that happen. So without further ado, let's cut this intro and let's get started. Hey guys, coming at you with a voiceover today. So tip number 1, warm up and activate your glutes. So pretty much, for those of you that don't know, glute activation is pretty much a series of workouts or warm-up exercises so that you can properly strengthen the muscles in your glutes, which help you perform your exercises better, from squats to jumps, etc. Now, when your glutes don't fire, what happens is you compensate and you use other muscles in your body, which can lead to injuries. You want to make sure that you're all warmed up to avoid injury. Tip number 2 and 3 are kind of 2 in 1 here. So tip number 2 is perform compound movements. Now, for those of you that don't know what a compound movement is, it's pretty much an exercise that involves multiple joints and muscle groups. So some exercises that would be a compound movement would be the squat, the hip thrust like you see here, and then also a deadlift. So I choose one compound movement typically to start, and I focus on that. Here I'm doing 5 by 5. So I'm doing 5 sets of 5, going as heavy as I can, which leads me to my next and final tip for now. Go as heavy as you possibly can. Lifting heavy will not make you look like a man, and that is what I'm here to remind you of, guys. So go as heavy as you can in those compound movements. Now I'm going to leave you guys for now to watch the rest of this workout, and I'll catch you guys in a little Shoulders down. How you like me now?
This is embarrassing.
So hey friends, so I'm home now, and as you can tell, I washed my hair, showered and everything. I feel like I just washed my hair a couple days ago, but I was in bed rest for so long that it was like creating like knots upon knots, aka dreads. So I decided to wash my hair now. Alright, so I'm gonna close this vlog pretty soon, but I wanted to come on and give you guys one last tip to growing your glutes and building muscle back there, and that is to not be afraid to eat. A lot of us women are very scared to eat because of what we see in the media, magazines, society tells us these days that we should only be eating 1,200 calories, and that's simply not the case. If you want to build muscle, you have to eat. And I'm not talking about like eating everything under the sun. I'm talking about like eating really good, nutritious whole foods. If you're on a macro diet, you might think about trying to up your calories slowly so that your body has time to get accustomed to those calories, and you're not just putting on extra weight like off the bat. So that's one of my biggest tips. I don't know what I'm gonna eat just yet. I'm not really hungry. Taz and I snacked on something while we were out running errands, but I will come in and probably show you guys my meal. It'll probably consist of something like sweet potatoes, maybe some tempeh, kale, broccoli, hearty, whole, nutritious foods. And that is one of my biggest tips. If you wanna grow a booty, you need to eat. You need to eat a lot. You're not gonna grow a booty by not eating, especially just eating salads. Those are all the tips that I have for you. Make sure you activate your glutes properly before working out. 2 is doing compound movement. So I showed you guys the hip thrust today, but that does not mean just the hip thrust. You can put in some squats, some deadlifts, some hip thrusts, like I said, and then focus on that. Focus on the bigger movements during your workout. And then the 3rd tip was to go heavy. Don't be afraid to go heavy. If you fail, you fail. But that means you just drop down the weight a little bit and keep going until you get strong enough to lift the heavier weight. I'm telling you, you will not look like a man. And my last tip was to eat. So don't be afraid to eat. Ladies, I'm telling you, it'll pay off. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to write me an email or write me a comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram. You know how to reach me. And if you have not joined the Yam Fam group on Facebook, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you guys can join us. It's completely free. It's just a place for you to come, make friends, have accountability, share your recipes, share your workouts in one place. So I think that's it. Oh, just kidding. One more little announcement. Tomorrow is the last day for you to join my challenge for May. So if you have not signed up and you have been wanting to sign up, now is the time. We start this coming Monday and we want you to join us. So join us. This challenge is gonna have workouts for the home and gym. It's gonna have weekly flows. It's gonna have one-on-one check-ins with me. You're gonna have your macros calculated by me. They're gonna be personal to you. And I don't mention this very often, but it could be if you wanna gain weight, maintain, or lose weight. So we can do any of the 3. Again, if you have any questions on the challenge, feel free to email me or DM me. I'm just a little button away. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.